Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. Big shift of energy today. The sun begins the day at 29 degrees of ultra-sensitive, often moody, but generally nurturing water sign, Cancer, and then by the midday into the afternoon period, changes signs, moving from Cancer into the grand and glorious fire sign of Leo. You knew I would be in the gold for the sun-ruled sign of Leo, didn't you? Before that, the moon, which is moving through the middle degrees of deep, dark, emotionally intense water sign Scorpio, makes a lovely sextile, 60-degree smooth angle to Venus, planet of love and affection, 14 degrees of Scorpio to Venus at 14 degrees of Virgo, and that is very nice. So your morning or midday into the midday period is lovely for not only some personal commingling, but also for money and just general harmony. This is sweet. 10:37 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 6:37 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Take some full advantage of that. Because shortly after that, about an hour later, the moon, still at 14 degrees of Scorpio, makes an awkward inconjunct, with a 150-degree adapt, adjust, accommodate angle. And this one is to Saturn, the planet of responsibilities, which is about to turn retrograde in about 4 or 5 days, which is not a lot of fun. It's sitting there 14 of Aries, 11:34 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:34 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That energy basically says, I got to do what I got to do. The moon goes void, of course, for about 45 minutes or so, meaning it's not a great time to initiate matters. But then the sun does move into fire sign in Leo. And that occurs at 12:13 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 3:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 8:13 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Now, shortly after that, about a couple of hours after that, 2.5 hours or so after that, the moon, by that point at 16 degrees of Scorpio, makes a lovely trine, a nice flowing angle to Mercury, which is stationing retrograde. It's about to go direct tomorrow. Hallelujah. At 16 degrees of Cancer. And this is a good time for communicating with people because this is a time where somebody's actually going to listen to you. 2:48 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 5:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 10:48 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But then we come to the last two of the three awkward inconjuncts for today. The moon at 17 degrees of Scorpio inconjuncts Mars at 17 degrees of Gemini. You're just going to have to figure out what you want to do with your energy. It could be a little awkward, angry words could come out, who knows. 3:53 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:53 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:53 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And we finish up with yet another awkward inconjunct, and this one is from Venus, still at 14 degrees of Scorpio, to Saturn at 14 degrees of Aries. Needless to say, it's not a great date night. Stay in and just deal with things as they are. 9:18 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that occurs. 12:18 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 5:18 tomorrow a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So all in all, I rate this day about 75 to 80%, but the sun moving into its home sign, that is primo. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, please book it on my website. Go now. Book it. starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy today, no matter what. Happy Leo season.